welcome everybody who's here for the first ever Chuck Gardner Bowl4Life Scholarship Foundation webinar. We're going to do this. This is to announce a new series that we have coming up. If everybody in the audience that's with us today, could you please mute your phones? Thank you very much. Also want to say hello to everybody who's out there watching live on the internet. Give everybody a second to get that done. Good? Alright. My name is Chuck Gardner II. If those of you that don't know, I'm the operations manager for Bowling Solutions. Really excited about what's going on today. Very happy to announce what's going to happen with the tournament and giving back to the kids again like we were able to do last year, just in a little different format. All of the chat on today's webinar and questions in the audience will all be answered at the end. So please hold anything that you might have to say till the very end, because your answer might get, or your question might get answered before you get there. A couple of people that we want to recognize that are here today is two of the best shop operators that any company could ever ask for. Mr. Charles Schomer and that's fine. And Mr. Rob Lehman. Also want to recognize two of the best additional associates that we have that we utilize to float around our stores and help out. Mr. Brian Lamb is here. And Hal was unable to make it, but hopefully he's out there watching somewhere. And we'd also like to recognize our many staff of stars that we have in attendance today. Miss Heather Ness, Chris McSwain, Jim Lord, new addition, Mr. Philip Hudak. Thank you for joining us. Joe New. What else is right there? Cole Payne hiding in the corner. Kenan McFalls, youngest member of the team. I believe that's all we have as far as that's concerned. Okay. Last thing I want to do is I'm going to turn the floor over to the hardest working man in bowling, the guy that gives all of us a place to go to work every day, does more for bowling probably than anybody I've ever met, pretty damn good dad too, Mr. Chuck Gardner.
Wow, this is going to be fun. We're going to have a good time today. I don't want to get too caught up in being too serious here, but some of the things we want to talk about are serious, and I think it's important that we understand as an industry how important it is for us to give back to the youth and try and help the youth enjoy our sport more. The first thing I want to talk about is last year. You know, we had an amazing year last year. Some of the youngsters that were bowled in our events last year, our team events, are here. Thank you all for being here. Several, I would be here for quite a while to recognize everybody. But thank you all for being here tonight. And I thought it was really, the tournaments, the events that we ran, I thought were spectacular. We gave out just about $12,000 in scholarship money last year to that group of 24 kids. And I hope they'll all spend it wisely and go towards their education. I think it's really important that we continue to do this as an industry. It's something I'm going to do. And I challenge everybody else who's a visual person in the industry that people look up to do something. Do something on your own. Try and produce an event, put together something small, whatever it is, to just help the youth and help them enjoy the sport more. I encourage everybody to do it. I want to also take a second to recognize someone that's here. Hunter Capps and his mom Debbie are here, and Hunter was on our team last year. He bowled for Team Rock Hill, and he did a great job. It was such a pleasure to have him with us, and unfortunately his father passed away in October, and you know, it's been a very tough time for the family, and obviously we all love them very much. They're wonderful people, and what we decided to do is donate a few bowling balls to each bowling center's group and do a raffle and try and raise a little bit of money. And Hunter, if your mom would like to step up for just a second, I'd like to have a little presentation for you. If you're able, are you okay to do it? I want to thank our customers and our team and everybody here for everything that you guys did to help raise some money. I know it's not going to change the world. Nothing will bring Dad back, but we love you guys, and we really are proud that you're part of our family. We're really very proud you guys are part of our family. We have a small scholarship donation for you, $1,057 towards your college scholarship. It'll go into your SMART fund. You're certainly welcome, and thank you so much for being here tonight. I know it's not easy, but thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. You guys stay up here. Stay up here with me and hang out. I want to also, before we get going too much here, these guys, this is the best group in all of bowling. You know, there's a lot of bigger companies than us. There's all these other companies out there that have enormous amounts of pro shops and do a great job, but I challenge anybody to have a better group of people than we have. We have the greatest group of people in all of bowling, in my opinion. I love you guys. You guys are the best. Thanks. I want to also make sure that I recognize a few other people that we could not run this business without. And one of them is my daughter, Vicki. She does a lot of bookkeeping for us. She helps with all of our accounting stuff because, you know, sometimes Deb gets going in too many directions. She does a great job for us, and she obviously isn't here. She's in, where is she? Alabama or somewhere with her husband Dylan. He's in the Coast Guard, and thank you, kiddo. Tiffany, Chucky's better half. She does so much behind the scenes for us at our company. She designs most every flyer you ever see. She designs it. She's the one that put this webinar together tonight, and thank you, honey. You just do a great job for us, and we couldn't do it without you. And last but not least, Deb. I think all of us know that the company probably wouldn't even run without her. I need her to tell me how much money I have so I can give it away, and buy something sometimes too. But there's no way we could run this company without Deb, and thank you all. Thank you guys so much. Okay, we're going to make a change in what we did last year to the new format we're going to go with this year. There's several reasons for it, but the number one reason is and it was a very legitimate complaint that only 24 young people got to participate. Now, we did have the tournaments where they qualified to get into the events, and that was great. So anybody could bowl the tournament to join the teams, but there was no scholarship money awarded at the tournaments. And so this year we want to change that. We don't want it limited to a group of 24 people. We want anybody that wants to come and participate in our events to be able to come and bowl. We are going to have, at some of the events, we're going to have limited fields. So we're going to have to, people are going to have to sign up early, get signed up ahead of time. We also devised our program where it's a one-day event. It's a one-day event, so people don't have to stay over in a hotel. We're going to start at 11 o'clock in the morning. Our goal is to finish whenever we get done. But it's going to be a unique event. It's something that no one's ever done before. And the one thing that we want to make sure that we do at Chuck Gardner Bowl4Life Foundation is sponsor events that are unique, that are different than anybody else is doing. You know, anybody can just, you know, run a tournament and have some event, but we want to always do something different and unique. We're trying very hard to not conflict the dates with other events that are going on. We did a lot of research, and hopefully we got close, designing the dates and figuring it all out. The Bowl4Life Scholarship Series is what this is going to be called. One thing that's really unique about this event about these events is every single dollar that gets put in entry fees, every dollar is being returned to the kids. Not a single dollar is being taken out for anything else. Not for lineage, not for mailings, not for anything. So if we have 100 children there and there's $5,000 in the prize fund, every bit of it's going back in scholarship money that day to the kids. So this is unique. It's something different, something we want to do. That's not the only uniqueness to this event. So I'll get to it as I go. The tournament itself, there'll be 3 events at each of our centers that Bowling Solutions is part of. On March 8th, we will be with Hot Yellow Chili Peppers up in Gastonia at Liberty Lanes. And on May 24th, we'll be in Columbia with the Red Tide. Isn't that what you guys were, the Red Tide?
Red Tide.
The Red Tide down there at Royal Z Lanes in Columbia. And on July 12th, we'll be at the Strikers in Rock Hill. And what were you guys called?
Silent Assassins.
The Silent Assassins. We'll be in their home. So when you get ready to leave here tonight, I have some flyers that Tiffany did an unbelievable job on. Take some with you. Take them when you go so you have the dates. The uniqueness of this event, there's going to be 2 parts to each individual tournament. The tournament is going to be based on age. There will be 3 divisions based on age. A lot of painstaking debates went on about how to devise this. Averages and the this and the that. The only thing we can find that is even remotely fair is to keep the kids in age divisions. So that's what we're going to do. There'll be 3 divisions. 12 and under. Jalen. 13 to 15. Most of the rest of the room, or a lot of the rest of the room. And 16 to 18. The tournament format, the first part of the tournament format, will be 6 games of qualifying. Bowl 6 games across 6 pair. All right? Simplicity. When that part of the event is over, we will determine a champion. First part of the event. We'll determine a champion in each division. We will guarantee a minimum of $500 in scholarship money paid into every division, minimum. But keep in mind, every dime's going back. But if we only have 5 entries in a division, I'm still going to pay $500. I got permission. Thank you. We're guaranteeing $500 in every division. We will also cash a minimum of 5 players. So, if we have a division that we don't have a great turnout in, and there's only 5 or 6 kids there, we don't foresee any of that happening, but if it happened, we're paying 5 spots in every division. We're guaranteeing that because the uniqueness of the second half of this event makes us kind of do it. All right? Load of cash in every division will be a minimum of $45 in scholarship money. The top 5 from each division will now form 3 Baker teams. It's going to be interesting. This will be the second part of the tournament. So $5 from every entry fee. The entry fee is $49, right? $49 entry fee. So $5 of every entry fee gets put into a separate prize fund for the Baker format. So the 5 kids, the top 5 qualifiers from each division, will form a Baker team. The leading qualifier from each division will become the Baker captain. And we came up with another idea that some of our guys don't even know about yet, and we'll spring this on them now, I guess. I guess right now. We've added another piece to this. It's not on the entry blanks. This is something we've added that I think is going to be a lot of fun. If the young person who wins their division, they're the captain of the team, the first person they get to choose is the coach they would like to have coach their team. So, now this coach can help them decide who to draft on their team. Now keep in mind, the other two kids you have to draft are drafted from the other two divisions. So for this example, let's say Jalen, since I'm looking him in the eye, so say Jalen wins his division, he will then draft his coach, whoever he'd like to have coach him. More than likely it would be me. Just saying. I'm actually not eligible, but I was just having fun. He would get to draft his coach, which would probably be Chuck Schomer, since you have been with him a lot, right? Or might even be Rob. Okay, so he drafts Rob as his coach. So him and Rob would get, if he's the leading qualifier in the tournament, he gets the first choice for coach, and he gets the first choice for his first teammate. And then we do a serpentine draft. He would draft first, the next qualifier would draft second, the next draft, player would draft third, and then it would start back with Jalen again. So now we will draft Baker teams. And they'll be seeded how they qualify. So if Jalen was the top qualifier, and Katie was the, let's say Katie was the winner in the next division, because she would be in the 13 to 15 division, right? So Katie wins her division, but she out-qualifies Jalen. She would be in the stepladder in first place. Jalen would be second. Whoever was third would be third. They're going to bowl a 2-game Baker match. 2 games, total pins. And try and advance up the ladder. And the other scholarship money will be divided up between the kids in the winning Baker team. So we have a lot of uniqueness with this tournament. I can tell you, for me as a sponsor of an event, the most fun I had last year, and if I'm wrong, you guys throw stuff at me if you'd like, but the most fun I had was the Baker. That was the most fun. When the kids got paired up on the Baker teams, I mean, people got louder, people were having a great time, and I think that's what it's about. It's all about having a great time. Now look, we all want to get a little bit of scholarship money, and we all want to get some recognition for winning, and all those really cool things, but it's about enjoying the day and about enjoying the event. The other thing that I want to touch on, it's not in my notes, I don't think, because I didn't really plan on talking about it, but we're going to have a unique gift. And I mean really unique. I wish I had one here to show you. It is each winner in your division will get this tricked out bowling solutions on the front, Bowl4Life Scholarship Foundation on the back with champion across the top of it, little zip jacket. It is trick. It's dye sub. It is super cool. It's lighter than like the Nike ones that a lot of people wear, that I wear all the time. It's a little lighter than that, so you can wear it just about anywhere, and it is super, super trick. Chucky and Tiffany and the folks at East Coast Athletics designed them. They are super cool, and we'll post those jackets eventually, and so people can see them. But they are super, super cool, and I think it's going to be really a neat event for them to participate in. I think I'm having a malfunction now. Someone trying to dial into me?
Sounds like something's wrong.
Someone's trying to dial in, I guess. Couple things I want to go over. The cost of the event, $49 is the entry fee. 100% of the entry fees returned in scholarship money. $5 from each entry. We've already kind of gone over most of this. Team event scholarships will be solely based on entries, obviously, because you don't know how many you're going to have. You know, if we have 100 kids there, there's an additional $500 that the kids will participate in. If my math's all right, is it around there? We're going to also offer something unique too at these events this year that we have never done before. We have, not only has Bowling Solutions and been gracious enough to ask us to be, you know, sponsors of this event, but I have a close relationship with the amazing people at Brunswick, and they've agreed to allow us to sell whatever high-end bowling ball happens to be the newest ball out at that time, to include it in the entry fee. So if you would like the bowling ball, it would be a total of $149 for the entry and the bowling ball. So you would need to sign up in advance so we can make sure we have the bowling balls there. I'm really happy that Brunswick's allowing us to do something like that, and I appreciate, you know, Brian Graham and everybody at Brunswick for all their support in this endeavor. They're unbelievably good to youth bowling, and especially good to me. Not sure why. Start time will be 11 o'clock. Sign up starting at 9:30. Bowlers need to be checked in at least an hour early. Walk-ins will be accepted on a first-come, first-served basis based solely on lane availability. We could have some issues with lane availability. At some of the events, we might be limited to only 20 lanes. So we may only be able to have 80 entries. But each center has agreed that if we can stretch it out a little bit more and get a few more, they will work with us on the days of the event. But we are guaranteed to have room for 80. So if you're listening out there and you plan on making the trip, please sign up early. Get your spots. I would be floored if we don't fill every event. That's 3 events. We're giving back every single dime. So encourage everybody to sign up early and get there for registration day. The other thing that we're going to do that I think is really important, we really believe in trying to make sure that the kids have a reason to come and bowl, even if they're not, you know, 100% convinced they can make the top 5, or they just really want to get some experience, so we want to have some alternative scholarship opportunities. And I haven't figured out all the legalities to this yet, but I will. I'm not sure if you're allowed to do something by chance or not with the kids. I think you can, as long as they're not paying anything for the chance. Isn't that, do we understand that to be the rule?
That's the way we understand it.
That's the way we understand it, and we'll verify it. But the one thing that we're going to do is we're going to give away a couple of extra scholarships at each event. And the first scholarship that we're going to give away, and we're going to do this at every event, and we're going to do at least one at every event. It's going to be called the John Glasgow Memorial Scholarship. It's going to be a $125 scholarship given to whatever young person gets picked out of the pile.